Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. In the last episode, we returned to Caed Nua, only to learn about... Oh, hello. I didn't see you.
Sure.
We have a guy hanging from our castle walls. I assume this is the slaver, in which case, that's fine. Fuck him. I'm sorry, I got distracted. I got very, very distracted. Yeah, a local drunk is here and he wants our money. No, that is not going to happen. We shall deal with him, but yeah, he's not getting any money out of us. There you are. Hello, greetings, Lady Ximena. I was hoping to talk to you in a spot of trouble. This man's breath stinks of ale. Very well, let's hear it. You call your allies together and motion for the petitioner to step forward. Who are you and what do you want? You stand before my beloved son. Choose your words carefully. Thing is, I've worked up a few debts in Deerford, and a few other places. More than a few. I haven't got the coin, my lady. I'd pay it off if I could. I was thinking, maybe you'd know someone to looking to hire on or something. I'm willing to work. Don't worry, I can settle this. I know where you can pay off your debt. Why would I trouble myself with a shiftless vagabond? You're wasting my time. I cannot help you with this at the moment. I'm not going to settle his debt. We have no reason to. If Ximena knows of a way he can pay it off, I know a way you can pay off your debt. Oh. I don't know who this person is. I assume it's probably someone we've met. But off the top of my head, I'm like, I don't know who Bella Sage is. It's helping out the animancers. Ximena has a positive view of animancy. It helps them out, and it gets this guy off our doorstep. I'll talk to Bella Sage at the Brackenbury Sanitarium. You can help her with her research. Like in Tess, you mean? Suppose that ought to pay well, at least, right? He bows awkwardly. Thank you. I'll head out there soon as I can. Why do I reckon? Why do I reckon he's left the stronghold? Why do I reckon he's going to be involved in some horrific experiment? And something bad's going to happen to him. Ximena didn't want him here, and she wasn't going to pay off his debts. Like, what benefit would that serve to us? None. She wasn't going to pay with actual money.
Last thing the Deerwood needs is another foreign colony.
Durance! Why you like this, Durance? But yeah, as I was saying, fingers crossed he doesn't die. Fingers crossed. Okay, well, rest up. Our people, they are in need of rest. They really are in need of rest. Yes, what do we want? What do we want? I quite like the woodland trails because it's, athletics and constitution. Yeah. Oh. As you sleep, you are buoyed and buffeted by the vagaries of dreams. They tumble and thrash about you and fill your mind's eye with pale, glittering motes. They resolve into a light snowfall and a biting northerly wind. You recognize the mountains of the White March rising around you, and you shiver. You see Stalwart, a few miles away, quiet and still but for a few curling streams of smoke rising from the chimneys. Durgan's battery is perched above it, its shadow stretching into the valley. Above it all, you hear a deep, slow rhythm. At first, it sounds like a distant drumming, but then it grows louder, cracking through the dry air and booming from the mountain peaks. It builds until you feel it reverberating beneath your feet. I feel like Ximena would watch. She doesn't really have a personal stake in Stalwart. Yes, I'm aware this is a dream, but like, dreams, dreams, they're emotional things, and just going off of her emotions, her interest in Stalwart is, I want you to help me out with Caed Nua. It's not, oh, I like the people there, I'm genuinely invested. It is like yeah, I'm invested up until you help me with my problem, and then, like, you'll do you, I don't give a shit. Same with the battery. She's not, like, personally like, oh yeah, the battery. I think she'd just watch. Oh. Each thud comes louder and faster than the next. Thunder echoes from the mountaintops as great sheets of ice and snow tumble down the slopes. But the rhythm keeps building, shattering frozen lakes like crystal saucers. New ravines split through the mountains as old chasms fill with snow and scree. A rock slide buries Stalwart and Durgan's battery, is shaken into rubble. Shadows rise over the mountains, the vanguard of a massive army. You flee. You tumble from the foothills and bound across Deerwood, feeling the rumble of the advancing army all the while. Seek refuge in Defiance Bay, barricade yourself in Caed Nua. This is our fortress. We've built it up. Caed Nua rises from the forest, its mended walls reaching out to you like a pair of strong arms. Oh. You barricade yourself within the Great Hall as the pounding grows closer still. It rattles the foundations of the Great Keep, and just as the masonry begins shaking loose, you hear an unholy battle cry coming from your courtyard. The ceiling collapses and sends a cascade of bricks and beams onto your head. Oh, hello. You struggle to wakefulness, kicking at the bedding knotted around your legs. As you shake free of the last bonds of sleep, you hear a voice whisper something in a language you've never heard, and you see an image of 100 shifting, staring eyes. You awaken, feverishly warm and covered in sweat. There it is, the Forgotten Army. So before we do that, I want to do the Grey Sleeper. Before we head back to the White March, I want to do this, because I believe, yes, unless that was just flavor text. Yeah, we can't remove this. This is like permanently bonded to you. I'm like, can we... We can't even swap weapon sets here. He can only use this. So before we head back to Stalwart...
Hey there.
Let's see if we can do the Grey Sleeper. Now, the first part of the poem says, awaken your essence, find the copper and the ardra and all of that. To me, that sounds like the doohickey where our essence was first awakened.
I must say, I'm impressed.
See, Durance? See, Durance, why can't you be more like Aloth? He's so positive. Now then, come on, lads. Come on, lads. I want to do this quickly because I am worried about Stalwart. I am worried about it. Yeah, this is fine. We want Client Lease. Oh my god, it's been so long. It's been so long since we were there. Hot damn. Yep, Palagina finishes escorting Nairi the Deft Hand and returns to the stronghold. Oh, lovely. Excellent. Hello? The S-Dock seems to hum as it nears the Engwithin machine. Something arcs between the steel blade and the Ardra core of the ancient device. The voices in the S-Dock grow quieter, and the weapon feels more powerful. New writing appears along the blade. Okay. Get that. New verses blaze from the metal. They read, "Find the sun-kissed hillocks where the dead folk sleep. Rest beside their wasting flesh. Inspect what dreams you reap." Sun-kissed hillocks where the dead folk sleep. I'm assuming you want us to go to Heritage Hill. It's a hill, and there are a lot of undead there. So let's... Defiance Bay, another place we haven't been in a while. Yep, Hiling Payday, but it's Reet. Now, there was an actual graveyard. Yeah, up in here. To be fair... Oh, hello. Hello. Okay, Azuro, an exotic wares merchant, has arrived at your keep and requests an audience. He was nearly set upon by brigands on the road, but your patrols intervened. Okay, leaving in 7 days. We're Reet. We're Reet. Okay. Now, did you say... Inspect the dreams. Okay, so you want us to sleep here. Can do. The loamy soil squishes underfoot, and something invisible seems to rise from it. You detect essence, faint and barely perceptible, drifting up from the graveyard. The grey sleeper seems to feed on it, and the strange voices grow quieter still. Another verse gleams in the steel. Oh, damn! The final part! Okay, find the fingers of the world, Ardra strong and whole. Kneel before the pillars, bring order to your soul. I'm assuming just find some Ardra pillars. There's... Oh, God. And now I'm just like, dude, I can't... There have been various maps with Ardra pillars. I can't remember all of them. I'm thinking. I'm thinking Magran's Fork. I have in my head that there were Ardra pillars there. Yep, right over yonder. Okay. Come on down. Be careful not to run into any murderers. This is where we found murderers before. Okay, we didn't find murderers, but we found weirdos. And bears. Guys! Let's do that on you. Guys, you're... Oh, okay. Mineha, where are you going? She's really determined, goddamn. She's like, yo, I'm going. I'm going, I have a mission. Okay.
Hey there.
Okay, there we go. A deep and mighty power emanates from the Ardra pillars. It resonates in the Grey Sleeper, Wally said to Neil. As you kneel, the voices in the Grey Sleeper reach a low, peaceful harmony. A final surge of energy fills the blade, and the voices fall silent. You feel the curse snap like a rotten cord. Okay, well, damn! That was nice. That was cute. So yeah, we'll read the whole thing. This estoc has a smooth, sturdy blade that tapers to a needle-sharp point. The groans of a dozen tortured souls ring from the metal, binding the weapon to the hand of its wielder for so long as the curse persists. A few verses are etched along the blade. "'Tis a traitor's fate to sleep and never rest, whilst knowledge of his deeds stays lodged within his breast. But earnest penance heals the sorrowful man, and worthy actions stay the executioner's hand. Seek the whirling agent made of copper Ardra stone. Awaken first your essence so that you may atone. Find the sun-kissed hillocks where the dead folk sleep. Rest beside their wasting flesh, inspect what dreams you reap. Fingers of the world, Ardra strong and whole, kneel before the pillars, bring order to your soul. A penance now complete, a burden now a gift. Keep this weapon at your side to remind you of your shrift." Okay. Lovely. Excellent. Yeah, and there are taxes. Oh! To the waterline. A Rawatai merchant ship was sunk by Adiran pirates off the eastern coast of Red Ceres. Before the ship collapsed into the waves, the pirates made off with a variety of precious treasures, many of which were experimental animancy implements or nautical devices intended for Defiance Bay and Sparento. The concerned would-be recipients of the cargo are discreetly inquiring about potential help. Their hope is to recover the shipments before the pirates learn the value of what they've taken. After travelling north from Godhammer Citadel, Sagani arrived in the Red Seren port city of Benhalt. Several of the pirates had landed there and sold much of their stolen booty. Tips and rumours from merchants and criminal elements led Sagani to the Bone Isles, a small archipelago northwest of Red Ceres. The more foolhardy pirates put up a fight, but most of them fled with small scraps of cargo. In the end, Sagani managed to recover over half of what was stolen. One item, a small curious diving bell, went unclaimed by the conglomerate of merchants that had paid for the recovery. Okay. Oh, hello. Plus 35 defense against dragon breath attacks. This diving helmet appears to have been a Valian experiment in assisting underwater exploration. Though it only holds a small amount of air, a clever magical enchantment pressurizes the bell enough to allow for deeper dives than are normally possible. Lovely. Okay. Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Now then, let's... We're good.
Following your lead.
Actually, that's a good point. We will put that there. How do they compare, actually? Okay, if I do that. Okay, there we go. Oh, that is much better. The Grey Sleeper is much better. Okay. Hot damn. Okay, yeah, you can have that. You can have that. I still want you at ranged. So let's. Where did your gun go? I presume it was that. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Take your gun. There you are. Alrighty then. Back to Caed Nua. We'll deal with this merchant, and then we're good to head back to Stalwart. I don't like. I'm with it. Like I'm on that kind of train of thought.
I'm impressed.
Thank you, Aloth. Like I'm into the story. I want to see where that goes. I could take a break and maybe do some of the main quest, but like I feel like I'm immersed. I feel like I'm immersed in that particular story, so I want to see it through. then, where is this merchant? Where you at? Okay, there you are. Just 1 second, whilst I remember. Because it's been a while. Yeah, we have a lot. You're all coming with me. Excellent. Now then, ooh, aren't those some snazzy clothes? Good tidings, my lady. I am Azuro, famed merchant, purveyor of many valuable and, dare I say, rare objects. And so I would like to remain. I have an urgent matter to discuss with you, something you'll want resolved as quickly as I'm certain. Very well, let's hear it. You call your allies together and motion for the petitioner to step forward. It's these bandits, my lord. The roads are absolutely crawling with them, and they have the local merchants in a fright. I'm having trouble filling out my stock. My suppliers say the risk is too great. Nobody wants to hear that the finery sent out for delivery have been stolen by unwashed brigands. I have no goods to sell. I cannot make a living, nor can I offer you the many special items normally at my disposal. Okay, I'll put an end to this. I'll have one of my allies assist you. I cannot help you. I mean, I think it behooves us to do this. We get access to better stock. The common folk here, like, oh yeah, the Lady of Caed Nua is out clearing the roads. Isn't that good of her? I'll put an end to this. God damn. I mean, to be fair, we have so much money. We have so much money. There is so much money. But I get it's an investment. It's an investment. Because if we're covering this, it will encourage more merchants, more trade, more commerce. It makes us look better. Yes, my lord? What is it you have planned? Azuro watches you curiously, his hands folded eagerly in front of him. My name has worth in these parts. I'll personally ensure the delivery and cover all costs that occur. That should allay any fears. Quite! A more generous offer these suppliers have never heard, I'll warrant. Thank you. I'll have more goods to offer you in short order, I'm sure of it. You've lost 5,000 copper. However, I mean, dude, like, that was a drop in the bucket. That's something to remember. That was a drop in the bucket for us. It really wasn't anything. Yoink. Yep, Azuro leaves. Okay. I'm thinking, I just want to...
Good day, stranger.
Pick up. Yes, show me your wares. Do you have any campfires? You have capes, you have crested hats, which again, Ximena cannot wear. Aha, let's... Also, you know what, whilst I'm here, because these are useful. These are very useful. There we go. And you know what, these are useful too. Okay. There we go, I'm happy. I am happy. And up. Okay, into my inventory. Who's... I'm probably not going to take you with me. I'm probably going to take the Devil of Karak. Just because I think it's... I think it's more worthwhile. Considering she's from that area. You know what, buddy? You can have... you know, you're my favourite, so go on. Why not? Why not? And you can have that. There we go. Okay. Come on, people. Off we go. Off we go. Back to Stalwart. Let's see if we can make any sense of our dreams. I'm not gonna lie, I would laugh like, you faffed around, therefore everyone is dead. Oh, Durance. Durance, no, I'm not listening to you. I'm not listening to you. I can't believe we've got that guy. I'm pretty sure this is the slaver. I'm pretty sure that's the slaver. His body is just hanging there. I really like that attention to detail.
Safe travels.
Okay. Back to Stalwart. Oh, hello. You weren't there before. Okay, your party is considered high level for the content in the White March Part 2. If you would like, the critical path can be increased in difficulty to give you more of a challenge. No. The rewards you receive will be the same regardless of the option you choose. Your choice cannot be... No, I would like standard. I would like the standard, please. I'm not here for a challenge. I just want to do the story. I like the story bits. That's why I'm playing this. Not to stress myself out over party builds. Yep, Highling Payday. Ooh.
While we wait, the enemy grows stronger.
And you'd send more of us to die.
Well, I'm not gonna stand around. Are you?
You've done plenty, Darian.
Hello? What is this? You approach the source of the commotion and see a throng of villagers. They're arguing amongst themselves and hurling questions and demands at a lone figure perched above them. A young man stands on a spur of rock, his clenched fist held aloft. Steam rises from his wild hair and flushed face as he shouts to the gathering.
Been a week since our people left these gates. A week since the iron flail took them.
He paces the outcropping, his eyes burning. You see a few scattered nods in the crowd.
Yet we wait here behind our sturdy new walls, hiding in our rebuilt homes. We've done nothing.
He brings his fist into his palm with a sharp smack. The crowd erupts, bristling with pointed fingers and pointed words. One woman steps forward, her eyes locked on the young man.
Who are you to tell us how to defend our own? You ain't been here 2 months!
Okay, that's good. I was about to say, like, I don't recognize the name Darian. So this is someone who wasn't here when we were here. Got it. Several of the others grunt and hoot. You feel a shift in the crowd like a changing tide.
And since I got here, I've been working alongside the rest of you. Don't start with that again.
A handful of others nod along with him, but they cringe and flinch as another villager joins the fray, shaking his finger at the young orator.
Well, it was your idea to send our people to that damned fort in the first place. If it weren't for you and the other leeches that come up with you, we wouldn't be in this mess.
The new accuser raises a chorus of furious cries. Darian raises his hand for calm, but the crowd's wrath is snowball. Yeah, mate, you done fucked it. You done fucked it, mate. We know from looking at Renengild's memories. The old mayor, Sina Hiod, I think it was, the crowd were gonna tear him apart. They need someone to step in to be like, oi, fucking stop. Yes, what he did was shitty, but, like, stop this. Everyone. You've taken it too far. He's gonna piss off. Like, don't do this. And we need these people to defend Caed Nua. If you'll tear each other apart, we won't have anyone to defend our keep. Stop, everyone. A dozen heads turn in your direction. The villagers recognize you, and their eyes widen with hope and reverence. Is this about that fort near the battery? What's this about? You said something about a fort and an iron flail. Relax, I'm here to help. Benevolent. Enough shouting. I want someone to calmly explain what's going on. Ooh. Yeah, I like the rational. I like the rational. Enough shouting. I want someone to calmly explain what's going on. He nods.
It's a small army from Raed Saris. They call themselves the Iron Flail.
At Darian's mention of the name, the rest of the crowd falls silent. The words trigger a sudden flashback to your dream of the mysterious army and the destruction of Caed Nua. As the image fades, you see once more the vision of 100 eyes watching you and something just beyond.
Showed up a few weeks after you opened the battery. Demanded we give him the White Forge.
He avoids your gaze, scraping his boot against a rock.
They're led by a Darek Sendamir. Comes from an old Rayed Saren family. Rumor has it the man's half mad with visions. Claims one drove him here to take the White Forge.
In Zawa's experience, if one is only half mad with visions, the dose was too low.
Don't tell the madman to get high, Zawa!
They're not the only bloodsuckers around here.
The villagers glare up at Darren, but most of his fellows are ignoring him by now. Darian raises his voice above the ruckus.
Our crew at the battery locked their doors and told the Iron Flail to go back to Rayed Saris. Instead, they built a fort in the middle of the wood. So we sent a committee to reason with them. But that was a week ago. We haven't seen our people since.
A low rumble ripples through the crowd. Darian hesitates.
That can only mean one thing.
He grimaces as the frightened, arguing crowd drowns him out once more. He's right, you've got to defend what's yours. The White Forge isn't worth your lives, give it up. Can't you share the White Forge? Oh. I mean, here's the thing. Maybe they could share. This guy doesn't want to share. The White Forge isn't worth your lives. Without the White Forge, Stalwart dies. Stalwart is a dying town. They're relying on the White Forge to keep the town going. I think we have to pick this. The guy's not willing to share, and if they lose the White Forge, the village is doomed. And if the village is doomed, again, they can't help us with Caed Nua. He's right. You've got to defend what's yours.
We're just miners and fisher folk.
Panic surges from the crowd.
Send Darian and the rest of the newcomers. Let them earn their keep.
We've cleared your roads and repaired this town. What more do we have to prove?
Cries of agreement and protest boil up from the crowd.
Maybe we could nudge them into torching their own village.
Oh, go.
Please, everyone!
In the fragile silence that follows, the others turn and look at Darian.
Whatever our difference is, we've got to deal with the army at our gates.
He looks back to you.
You've done a lot for Stalwart already. Many of us wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for you.
He breaks off, looking as if he'd like to stuff his words back into his mouth. After an uneasy pause, he swallows and continues.
What I mean is, if anyone could deal with an army, it's you.
Very well, I'll help you. I've got my own business with this army. Just show me where the fort is. Again, we want these people to help us defend what is ours. It behooves us to look heroic in front of the mob. Very well, I'll help you.
The Iron Flail cleared a patch of forest north of Durgan's battery. Built their fort there. It'll be well guarded, so if you can get in without raising an alarm, you may have an easier time of it. The important thing is to deal with the commander. If you can get rid of him, the rest of the soldiers will scatter.
I think I've dreamed about this army, I see. Do these people know we're a watcher? Because otherwise, considering their guy is like, oh, I dreamed of the White Forge and I had visions, and they're like, oh, he's crazy. Do we want to be... I don't think we do. I see.
Anyway, we've got our work cut out for us here.
He gives the crowd a purposeful look. Grumbling, they start to disperse.
While you're out, stop by the battery. Wangra and her team are still repairing the heavy cannons, but they've made a lot of progress elsewhere. Thought you might like to see how far it's come.
He shrugs. Okay, well, I am just about out of time for this episode. In the next one, we see if this guy has any other information, and then we'll see what Stalwart looks like now. Apparently they've rebuilt their homes. I'm very interested to see that. But that will have to wait until the next episode. So until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. A special thanks to my channel members, such as SM2K, Christopher K. Davis, CGG, and Kevin Bicknell. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.